The next video about OpenOChem. In this one I will show you how to create an activity. The first thing that you need to do is go into Moodle and turn editing on. The interface changes slightly after you've done that. You want to look for this add an activity or resource. Please add the activities and resources in the OpenOChem sandbox instead of the other sections of Moodle. If we click that, we're going to pick the external tool that looks like a puzzle piece, and then we'll give it a name. Jennifer Test. Pre-configured tool, you want to pick OpenOChem. You need to click Show More so you can go to the launch container. If you choose the default launch container, you won't have the full view of the OpenOChem screen. So I always pick New Window. You could have trouble with pop-up blockers, but it's better to do that so you can see the whole screen. Then we'll click Save and Display, and then we have to click the button to pick Open in a New Window. So this is the OpenOChem dashboard. We're gonna make a new activity, and I'm not familiar with adaptive quizzes. They're a lot more complicated than what we're gonna set up today. The one time I tried to do that, I broke it. So pick homework/exam/quiz, and I'm gonna pick Jennifer Test. I like for students to be able to see their answers after and their grade, but not during. And sometimes there's feedback, so I always click those buttons to show it. Under category, it doesn't really matter what category you picked. You probably only have one category. I have a lot because I've been using this for years. Settings. I usually give my students a single attempt or sometimes two, and you can do multiple attempts. If you set it for 0, then they have as many tries as they want. You can do free navigation or force people to go through the questions one at a time. You can shuffle them if you like. If you don't feel like setting any of these, the standard settings are pretty reasonable. Next you go to questions. So there's 6,600 questions in the database these days. Basically, you can filter this by question type. You can filter it by functional group. So if you're in the aldehydes functional group, maybe you're going to pick, or if you're on the team that's working on aldehydes and ketones, maybe you're going to pick reactions of. And then you pick search, and it will let you look at these questions. These are questions you could choose from. You can drag them over here and add them to your quiz, or you can look at them before you start. So that's a nice question. I like it. That was the first aldol. I will drag it over there. Let's see. I also want to pick a mechanism question for aldehydes. Oh, I have to hit clear so I can choose again. Search. I always look at the questions before I choose them. Oh no, I don't want to do a epoxide mechanism. This looks like a fine mechanism. That was the first alkene one. There we go. And so there's my questions on my quiz. Often I just do 2. That is a reasonable number. Pick save. And then in order for it to get assigned to in the learning management system, you have to click this button and that links it. And then before your students can actually do it, you have to turn it on. And you can change the due date here, or you can have no due date and no time limit. There's lots of different options. I usually use due dates on mine. And so then we're done here and it is finished.